All right, guys, if your life does not feel like you don't feel like you're in control of your life and you lost your discipline, okay? Maybe you do well at work and in your business, but when it comes to you, you don't lead you very well. You don't say what you're going to do and do it. You keep saying you're going to do stuff and then quitting on yourself over and over again. So in this video, I'm going to help you guys regain control of yourself so you can regain control of your life. Because right now, your life is running you. Your business and your life or your career is running you. You reacting when if you're just reacting to the world is running you. You're not running the world. And no man likes to be controlled like that. No leader likes to be controlled like that. None of us like to be controlled like that. So let's fix this. Let's get you guys in this video more discipline, more control in your life. If you're new to the channel, I'm Jeremiah Sullivan. I was a quitter in life. I turned my life around by working on my mindset, and I became a very disciplined individual. I mean, you guys, if you follow me on Instagram, you see me waking up at the exact same time every day. You see me working out every single day, and I mean, I look the part. I live what I teach. I live what I preach. At least I strive to. I'm not perfect by any means. I don't want to say that. I do mess up. I do fail, but you know, this is an area of my life that I've worked very, very hard on because I didn't have the best control of my life at a young age. So there's three D's that we're going to cover to help you regain control of your life. All right, these are the 3 D's to regain and take control. All right, it's a 3-part system. Think of it like that. All right. So when I work with somebody, I help people with a lot of different things. I help them get in shape. I help them redesign their life. I've helped them grow their businesses. I mean, I've had guys that I've taken from 0 to like 20,000 in a month in like 3 weeks. Okay, and this is a person that had some success before, but then they fell into a rut. I've had people. I got a client right now that's on track to double her multiple 7-figure business in 2025. Okay, so I've also had people that went from, I got a guy right now, he moved his whole life from the East Coast up in the north, like New York, down to Florida, and he dropped 30 pounds. It's taken him a little bit of time. He had a little bit of a slower start, but the thing all these things have in common is transformation, and that's what you're looking for. You're looking for a transformation. When you look in the mirror, how many of you guys take time every single day or open up a journal every single day and take accountability and look at yourself in the mirror? Because if you look in the mirror, you're not going to even recognize yourself today, dude. You're not going to recognize yourself. You're going to look in that mirror and you're going to say, what the fuck happened? What happened, dude? Where did I lose it? And listen, it's the chains of habit are too light to be felt until they're too heavy to be broken. Negative habits stack up, okay? Life has consequences. We all know that. And when you opt out of the work over and over and over again, you are looking at the result. So let's fix it. So there's 3 D's to regain control. The first one is that you got to make a decision, okay? That sounds simple. But if you are serious about regaining control of your life, you got to stop waiting for life to just miraculously change in front of you. That ain't going to happen, okay? Life is only going to change if you make it change. So you have to make a decision to change you. All right, you know the law of cause and effect. A lot of you guys probably study personal development, and you know that you have to impress what you want onto the universe in order to get it back. So the first thing when I teach my clients is that most problems in life and most goals, most people's wants, it's not time that's actually stopping them from getting to that desire. Like the fit version of you, the version of you that you respect, the version of you that you look in the mirror and you're really proud of that person, the version of you that doesn't beat yourself up and after you get off work, you crack a couple beers and you feel guilty about drinking the beers, but you keep doing it anyway. The person that actually listens to themselves, that person, the distance to that version of you, the best version of you, isn't separating. You're not separated by time. You're separated by decision. The decision to actually become them. And then every step of the way, there's macro decisions and micro decisions. Number 1, macro decisions are the big decisions that you have to make, which are, I'm going to commit to becoming the best version of me. Not for a result, but for my life. I'm going to commit to this. Okay, if you've ever tried to get in shape before and you lost it was because you didn't commit to becoming the best version of you. You committed to losing weight. And that's the problem. You chase results and then you quit. So we have to fix that. Your transformation starts with a decision to change you into the best version of you. And then through that big decision, that macro decision, there's going to be little tiny decisions every single day that you got to make. Okay, and you know this, and this is where you struggle. The little tiny decisions. Tell yourself you're going to wake up at a certain time and you don't. Tell yourself you're going to eat a certain way and you don't. When the stress hits, you throw out the plan. You quit. So the key to, I can make this very simple for you guys. A lot of you guys are trying to, solve the puzzle all at once. That's not what we want to do. We need to start small and build up. All right. We need to build habits. If you build a habit is like such a great thing because it's like putting your body on autopilot. If we can install the right structure into your life, then you can become disciplined through habit. With me? So the problem, a lot of what you guys have in the civilian world is that there's no structure for your daily discipline. All right, that's the biggest issue. You don't have standards. You don't have like rules that you live by when it comes to your personal health and your personal well-being. And maybe you had them before, but you're not living by them now. So we need to get clear on what our structure is and what our standards are, and start building some discipline. So the second D to regain control of your life is discipline. And how are we going to build discipline? We're going to do it through structure, like I said. So what is structure? Structure is like you need to start just two simple things to start building the foundation and structure in your life to create a transformation. Number one is if you're not waking up before the sun, you're a has-been, dude. There are very, very few exceptions for anybody to wake up, a grown man to wake up after the sun. I can't picture a reason why. You should be up before the sun, and in most cases, you should be working out before the sun comes up. That's a standard that I live by that I'm giving to you to help you with your structure in your life. Beat the sun up. Every single day, beat the sun up. Not 5 days a week, not 6 days a week, 7 days a week. All right? Now, if you're building up, I'm okay with you guys doing 5 days and then building yourself up to 7 days. I'm cool with that. But we're going to commit to growth, which means that we're eventually going to get to the 7 days. So the second D to regain control is you need to build discipline. How do we build discipline? Through structure. What's the main structure that we need? We're going to wake up before the sun every single day. All right? And we're going to establish that as a standard in our life. The second thing that we're going to do is another standard in our life is that we're going to set goals for the week. This is what you guys don't do. You have a vision for your business. You have a vision for who you could be, but you don't have any specific goals that you want to hit this week. And this causes you, when you don't have goals for this week, you think a lot about the big picture stuff that you're going to do. You convince yourself that you can do it, but you spend most of your time doing a bunch of shit that doesn't actually take you to the big goal. I'm just being real with you guys, man. This is the shit that nobody will actually tell you. And this is the thing about myself is that most of you leaders are surrounded around people that are yes men, and you're paying them, or they're people that they're getting something from you. And so they actually just tell you what you want to hear all the time, and they never push back on you. This is actually one of the biggest things that's holding you guys back is you don't have somebody firm in your life that has firm standards that's going to remind you of where you're slipping. Quick little story. I was on a call the other day with a family member, and he pulled out a cigarette on the family call. And I didn't handle it actually too well. Emotionally, I kind of let myself out. I was a little bit too much. I snapped. I said, dude, put that shit out. We don't do that on the call. But the whole point of this is that I offended him. We kind of got into it. He got off the call, and now we're cool. But the whole point is that I didn't think it was appropriate for him to be on the family call with smoking a cigarette. That's a standard that I had. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care about what you've done in your life. If who you show up as to me right now is somebody that I know you have way more potential inside of you, that you're cutting corners, I'm going to call you out on it, bro. One of my friends, he's a multiple 7-figure guy that has I say this to give you context. He's a successful financially guy, but he's like, man, I like having you around. And I was like, why is that? He's like, you kind of check me. And I'm like, yeah, that's a little bit much for some people. But I just want truly in my heart for all of you guys to love yourself as much as I have learned to love myself, because I used to be you, where I was in that spot where I just wasn't listening to myself. I was impulsive, and it sucked, dude. It didn't matter what I achieved or how much money I made. I remember I was 20 years old. I had $30,000 and no debt. I thought I was balling, but I felt like shit about myself because I hadn't developed the structure and the discipline that I needed to earn my own respect. So the first D is you need to make a decision to become your personal best. Number 2 is you need to start building discipline, and you build discipline through daily structure and weekly structure. and you're going to set goals. That's one of the standards that you're going to set, one of the structures that you're going to set. And then number 3 is that you need to set goals to give yourself a clear direction. So the third thing is to set 4 specific goals to give yourself direction for the week. So the third D is direction. And if you want to change and take control of your life, you have to give yourself some direction. And that means that you have to go inward and you have to figure out what you really truly want. Stop thinking about 30-day goals. Stop thinking about 90-day goals. Stop thinking about 12-month goals. For God's sake, please do not think about anything past 12 months, because hypothetical is hypocritical. You start thinking about things after 12 months and now you're just doing mental masturbation and thinking that you have all this time to accomplish the stuff that you're telling yourself that you want to accomplish. And reality is you just don't want to do the work today and you're telling yourself that you have time tomorrow. So let's stop doing that. Let's put ourselves into a person of action, start working on those micro decisions every single day. With me? All right, so 4 goals. You're going to pick 4 areas of your life that you want to see improvements in. All right, this is what I do with my clients. Not 5 goals, not 3 goals, not 2 goals, 4 goals. You're going to pick 4 different areas of your life. And for simplicity, I have a worksheet that I give people to help them pull from different areas of their life, but I'll just give them to you here, okay? I'll give you 4 areas. There's like 8 that I teach my clients. But for simplicity, you need to have a health goal, you need to have a finance goal, you need to have a career goal, and you need to have a relationship goal. Those are the main things, okay? You can swap out relationship for spirituality if that's more important to you, but right now that's it. Health, wealth, relationships, and health, wealth, relationships. Oh man, I got so fired up, I lost myself there for a second. You need to have a finance goal, you need to have a fitness goal, you need to have a career goal, and you need to have a relationship goal or a spirituality goal. Nailed it. All right. So you guys need to, and most of you guys don't know how to set goals. Make sure that your goals are specific. That's all I'm going to say. If you, you should know specifically how many pounds you need to weigh when you step on that scale by the end of this week. Very, very specific to the decimal, right? Not 180 pounds or 200 pounds, 201 pounds, 0.5, whatever. Get specific so your mind can actually move you towards the target. If you don't make it specific, you don't believe that you can achieve it. So those are the 3 Ds to regain control of your life. Guys, my whole purpose in life is to help you guys become your best self and help you chase your dreams. For some of you guys, you've been chasing a target for so long, 10 years, 20 years. You've been chasing a target for 5 years, and you're not getting there anytime soon. And you're waiting till you get there to feel better about yourself. The way that you're actually going to feel better about yourself is by doing this work that I'm giving you. Start making decisions to become your best self. Build the structure that you need to build discipline and look yourself in the mirror and respect yourself. Okay, and then set the goals every single week so that you're inspired about what you're working towards. A lot of people will go to work and they'll start talking to people, start talking to their employees, or start talking to their team members, and that makes them feel good. But really, that's no different than turning on the television, just entertaining yourself with some Netflix and going nowhere with your life. It's good to give back to others, don't get me wrong. But where are you going with your life? All right? I don't want you guys to wait. The right time is always right now. And if you guys, listen, if you need that extra accountability, you need somebody in your corner, which most of you guys do, bro, and you're ready to invest in yourself, get on my, either get me on Instagram and DM me leader, or jump onto the links down in my description, fill out my application, and I'll text you. You'll get an automatic text back, and then you'll be talking to me. It's my work number. So you can fill that out. You'll get an automatic message from me, and then we can go back and forth, and we get you on one of my programs. All right? And it's not a program. I shouldn't have said that. It's your transformation. Okay, there's the version of you right now, and then there's the better version of you. There's the disciplined, respected, powerful, energetic, focused, calm, the version of you that sleeps well and enjoys their damn life. All right, I'm doing in the back end of this year, in June actually, I'm taking 3 people one-on-one in the month of June. I already got one guy. He's already locked in his spot for the month of June, but I'm going to do 3 one-on-ones for June, so one's already taken. This is a business owner that I've already got the spot secured, and we're going to do a hybrid of remote and in-person coaching. So this program is it's called the Command System, okay? And it's for business leaders that have the money, but they don't have the respect for themselves. That's who it's for. If that's you, click the link, message me with your problem area, tell me what your goals are, and we'll get right to work, man. We got to make sure we vibe, but if you made it this far in the video, I'm sure that we do. The thing is like a lot of you guys, like you said, you need the accountability and you need continuous conversations like this. For everybody else, you guys just need the free content. You just need to consume that. But there's some of you guys that you really need that next step, truly. And this is what I want you to ask yourself. If you're thinking about investing in yourself, my mentor gave this to me. He said, ask if you're worried about the money, ask yourself, what happens if I do it? What happens in a year from now if I make the investment? And what happens in a year from now if I don't? So if you make the investment, in a year from now you're homeless, it's just a horrible situation, you don't do it. But in a year from now, if you made the investment and you didn't do it and you're still in the same spot and you could have done it, how's that going to make you feel? And that perspective helped me filter a lot of investments in my life and make some solid ones. So, and then the last thing is that if you have not invested in yourself in the last 6 months to 18 months, you don't love you, man. A person that invests in themselves loves themselves. And I don't mean buying the new shoes and buying the new Rolly and stuff like that. I mean, a person that pays to get themselves in a certain room, a person that pays to make themselves level up, work on their mindset, their skill set, their habits, their team, somebody that really invests in themselves. Not in the areas that they want, in the areas that they're weak. And I can preach this stuff because I have invested in myself a lot. And I know what you guys need. So I really wanted to give you guys some good value today. That was my goal. And, I want to see you guys win. And I want to do some more in-person stuff this year in 2025. And I'm also messing with my business model. I'm messing with my business right now. So this is a little bit of a pivot from what I normally offer, but I'm offering it in June, the command system, 3 people, one's got the spot already. And I would love to work with a hungry individual that wants a transformation. You guys are ready. So DM me or jump on the application link, send me a text message, be ready to get to work. And I'll see you guys down below in the comments. Conquer all.